Hi, Scott here with the Poor Prepper channel. Here is my first video and I want to talk about my American Harvest freeze dryer. This is my baby. This is only a 3 tray. They come with 3, 4, or 5 tray. I'm telling you, get the 5 tray. It's better than the 3 tray. A 3 tray is good. It can help you freeze dry a lot of food. But a 5 tray lets you get more food done for the same amount of electricity. This baby is what I love to call set it and forget it. Watch this. Turn it on. This is where the magic happens. This is just a rubber gasket. Wash it every 4 or 5 times with soap and water and make sure it's totally dry. This is galvanized steel, this tube, and if has water in it, it's gonna end up freezing between the tube and the gasket and probably damage your gasket. This I've never had to replace. It works great. Let me put this baby back on. It's just easier with 2 hands. This, we have a tray. I know, 10, 12 gauge. It's probably medical quality. It's sturdy as all get up. And you just put the food on it, put it in there. Make sure the food does not strike the top of the shelf. Put the food on the tray, put it in there. Then you put this in, close it, latch it, hit start. Now it says, please close the drain valve. I'll show you what that is in just a minute. You say, okay, hit continue, and it starts freezing. It's a 9-hour freezing process. It gets to like, I don't know, 30, 40 below zero. Then it goes into the drying process where it warms it up just a little bit so that it causes condensation to form on the food. And the vacuum pump drags all that condensation away from the food to the galvanized steel pipe tube, and it freezes to the tube. And then it cools off again, warms up, and keeps doing that for many hours. Strawberries, let me cancel this. And no defrost. Now, when you get done with the process, it'll ask you, do you want to do more drying time? Do you want to do defrost, or do you want to say no defrost? I always choose no defrost. I don't see the need to spend more electricity when all I gotta do is open this up, take the food out, and the ice is gonna melt. And it goes out a drain valve into a bucket. Now, here, you got 2 legs. You extend the legs, so the front of it is about 1 inch, I'd say 1 inch, mine's about 1 inch higher than the back. That way, when the ice melts in the water, it goes to the back of the tube at the bottom and out the drain valve. Now, 9-hour freezing process. The book says you can pre-freeze food in a tray in your freezer, and that will shorten the process. I've never seen that happen, but also by the same accord, I've never paid that close of attention. It might work, I don't know. I never really worry about it. Just send it through the 9-hour freezing process. This is set it and forget it. You set it and start it, 9 hours of freezing, then however many hours of drying. Now strawberries, the complete cycle, freezing and drying, take about 30 to 36 hours. That seems like a lot of time, but guess what? You're not having to come back and check on this in an hour, 10 hours, 20 hours. You start it, and when it's done, you pull it out. That's it. Totally, completely set it and forget it. American made too. This comes out of a company in California, American Harvest. Let me rephrase that. I assume it's American made. No real way to tell anymore. Now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to get into the drain valve, and I'm going to get into the vacuum pump. In the back of the machine, the power plug for the machine goes to the wall. Right next to it is a plug that you plug the pump into. That way the machine, you turn the pump on, you turn the power onto the pump, the machine, when it's time for the pump to start doing the vacuum, the machine turns the pump on. So it's like, cool. Totally, completely set it and forget it. Now I'm going to get up and the camera's going to shake while I get the camera off the tripod and get to the drain valve. 1 second, please. Now, this is the drain valve. Simple. A quarter turn thing. That's open. That's closed. Now, when it comes, this whole thing is way up inside the machine. You're gonna have to tip the machine a little and root around in there and grab that thing and pull it out. Be careful, don't damage it. I got it going to a bucket, and I got about 4 freeze drying sessions worth of water in there. Now over here we have the pump. You've seen this earlier. This is where the vacuum pump hooks in. This tube right here goes to the pump. Now this tube, you notice, let me back up. It's at an angle. It's not in a circle. It's not in any strange patterns. I kept it as straight as possible. This is my second one. I used to have my pump right over here, and the tube would come out at a big weird angle and bend here, bend there, and it ended up going bad. It was 30, 40 bucks for a new one. You got to buy it at American Harvest. And American Harvest, it's not on their website, so you have to call the company and they will order one for you. Now over here, turn the light on, is the JB Illuminator. This is what comes with the pump from American Harvest. I don't like it. Look at that, see how dirty that is? It's not an absence of light, it's dirty as all get up in there. This baby, you have to take this part here, the front part, you got bolts here and on the sides, you got to take it apart, pull it off, and clean it. They say every 20 to 30, but really, realistically, it's every 5 to 6 times you use it. It's terrible. It uses a lot of it uses almost a quart of oil. But I decided after the third one went bad, I decided to go with a different one. This is a CPS, and notice how clean that oil is. This also uses only about 20% of the oil that a JB uses. This is also $30 cheaper on Amazon than the JB. This is why I went with this. I've used this pump about 30 times and I've never had a problem. I'm going to keep on using it, and we'll see over time, we'll see just how good it is. Now, I've had 3 JB pumps. The first one, I'm the one who's at fault for damaging it. I forgot to fill the oil. Duh. I was in a hurry, didn't pay proper attention. You got to pay attention to detail. You forget to put oil in it, you destroyed the pump. As soon as it turns on, it's toast. You know, it's like lightning striking it. It's gone. Now, this little CPS pump works great, uses less oil, it's easy to drain, easy to fill, and the oil stays clean. I don't have a problem of something in the JB pump going bad and the oil went in perfectly clean, almost totally transparent, and it comes out black as dirt. The current pump is working great. This baby, I'm going to say it again, it's set it and forget it. Now, I usually leave it off if I'm not using it. No sense wasting the electricity. This, like I said, it comes in 3, 4, 5 different colors, but 3, 4, or 5 trays. Get the 5 tray. This baby with the accessories, and I'll do another video on the accessories after this, but this baby with the accessories was $2,500. The 5 tray with no accessories was $4,000, so I'm figuring as much as $4,500 for the 5 tray. And that's prices from a few years ago. They could have easily gone up, I don't know. Since I already bought it, I'm not going to buy another one. You know, it's too much money to just drop this and go get a 5 tray. So I'm going to keep using this. This is my baby. I like it. I love it. And I'm going to keep using it. Now, get the 5 tray. It's worth the money. You can freeze dry an incredible amount of food. Just doing 1 batch a week over the course of a few years, you can freeze dry an incredible amount of food. I have given away probably 2 buckets worth, food grade buckets worth of freeze dried fruits, just to show people, hey, try this. It's incredible. And I usually give away strawberries. Cherries, I'm not too into giving away cherries. They taste too good. And I'm a little greedy. I like cherries. When the poop hits the fan, I'm going to make some oatmeal, put some cherries in there, maybe banana, maybe strawberry, a little bit of sugar. I'll have me a good breakfast. Everybody else is going to be starving. If you have any questions, please please email poorprepper13@gmail.com. I will answer any questions. If you want me to do a different video, I'll do another video, no problem. Like I said, poorprepper13@gmail.com. You guys have a good day.